Now it's not debatable. Now when I ask you, hey April, why'd you enter that? Or why'd you put targets there? Oh, because of structure on the daily, Fibonacci retracement. Okay. Well, why did you enter? Price action retraced back into previous structure lows and gave me a lower low, lower close candle. Oh, okay. Well, why are your stops where they're at? Well, I said 2 ATR above the previous swing high. Okay. Boom. Now there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, right? So that's the next step. Now you have some time. You have some time to get there. You have some time to get there, but that's the next step, is now taking what you want to do, right? And now putting rules around it. That way you can do it consistently, because that's the key. Consistent analysis plus consistent execution equal, say it with me, this is where everyone, if we're doing a live event, everyone screams, consistent results. And if you've backtested properly and your strategy has a positive expectancy, consistent results also equal consistent profits. So good stuff. I'm glad you brought that up. It ended up being it's going to be a very good lesson for newer traders. Very good lesson for newer traders. So you're on the right track. Now you just got to take it to the next level. Take it from the rookie newer trader level to the professional trader level. And thank you for being a good sport. We've had people in here before that have gotten pretty upset when we kind of critique their trades. But that's how you get better, man. That's how you get better. I wouldn't have gotten into trading if Jason Stapleton wouldn't have called me and wouldn't have walked me through my wouldn't have had me walk him through my strategy, wouldn't have listened patiently, and then proceed to rip me a new one. I tried every excuse in the book, right? I was John Wick, letting everything fly as far as excuses. Well, how do you define a break? Well, it has to do this. Well, what about that? Well, maybe it sometimes. Well, sometimes or all the time. Well, just let pow, boom, 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 until I ran out of ammo. And he's like, "Are you ready to listen now?" I'm like, "Yes." I concede. That's seriously how it was. He was so calm. He's like, "Walk me through your trading strategy." I was trading like breakouts at the time, and I was walking him through. And I'm like, he's like, okay. And he just waited. Like he knew he was Ali in the corner, just let me throw punches. He just knew. He's like, okay, all right. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Come on, don't evaluate me. And then when I stopped, he was like, okay, well, I have a few questions. I'm like, okay, go ahead. I got a few answers for you. He's like, well, how do you define a break? Well, when it gets above the trend line. Okay. When it gets above by like 10 pips or 5 pips. Well, when it gets above it, like a little bit. Well, how much is a little bit? Like the top, like the top part of it. Okay. So does it have to close above? Well, maybe. Well, maybe or well, sometimes. Okay. So what if it spikes above, it doesn't close above? Well, then it's it's like a sort of break. Well, do you still trade the sort of break? Yeah, I sort of trade the sort of break, kinda sometimes. Yeah, okay. Well, do you trade the next bar market? You wait for a retest. Well, if it looks like it's gonna go higher, then I trade it. But if it looks like it's gonna go lower, I don't trade it. Well, how do you know if it's gonna go higher or lower? I'm just, you can picture me just getting like punched in the face. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't know what I'm doing. That's basically what it came down to. I don't know, but he stopped me before I broke out in like a full cry. He's like, you could tell in his head he got me. He's like, do this. Let's come here. Put your head on my shoulder. Okay. I'm not gonna embarrass you. Don't worry. Put your head on my shoulder. I've got this live room. I want you to come inside. And we teach a rules-based trading strategy, and I just want you to come and just watch. I just want you to see how I define rules and I trade, and see if that brings more clarity to your trading. Right? So he saved my bed. I didn't break out in full cry, but I was about to. He could have if he wanted to, but he was being nice. And then I went into his room on day one. I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And then I called him back up. I'm like, I want in. He's like, no, he said, no, you can sit in for a week. Let me know if you really want to do this. Dude, I really want to do it. Like, don't take my money. I was literally like, wait, like, take my money. He's like, nah, just wait out a week. Dude, take my money. Just take my money. I want to learn. I don't want to wait a week. I want to get involved right now. Because I realized that quickly what I needed. It was the same thing I just told you guys. It was that quickly. It was like, man, like I just don't have any rules. Like I'm not far off. And obviously there's a lot of stuff I didn't know, but I'm not far off. But like, it was amazing how there was no like the consistency. The consistency was amazing. There was no like gray space. It was either this or that. It was like, this is crazy. Take my money. That's honestly how the story went. And he didn't sell me a thing. That's the thing. Didn't sell me a thing. He didn't offer me a sale or anything. He didn't offer me a sale. Which from a business perspective is smart because, you know, people are, and especially in the Forex industry, we're already defensive. So he didn't offer me a sale. He just showed me. Just showed me. So Avery says great story. Yeah, that's the best decision I made. And it all starts, and it's funny, it all starts because I just got a random call on my phone. I muted it. It all started because I got a call from a random number. I didn't know, and I never pick up random numbers. Never, ever pick up random numbers. But for some reason that night, I decided to pick it up. I'm like, you know what? Let me just answer the phone. And he's like, hey, this is Jason. I got all fanboy. It's Jason. It's Jason. Hey, Jason. It's Akil. And that day changed my life, man. That day changed my life. That day changed my life. Yeah, I did enter. What? Who's this? Because I thought it was a bill collector. That's the situation I was in at the time. I thought it was a bill collector. Student loans or somebody complaining. I was looking at my fiance at the time, looking at my wife. I'm like, it's Jason. What should I do? She's like, say hi. Say hi. That's what you do. Say hi. Hello. So, yeah, when you realize, and that was hard. My ego was so big. I had a massive amount of success in the stock market. I went to Forex with full intentions of having even more success. Just making more money quicker. And I was really good on demo. At the time, I didn't know the difference between demo and live. I was really good on demo, and I would go live, and I would lose a lot of money. But in my mind, it was only a matter of time before I figured it out because in that's how I operated. I was just the type of, I'm a trial by error type of person, right? I just figured it out by working harder. That's how I've succeeded in life up to that point. And although it wasn't working at the time, I wasn't going to admit it. I'm just like, I just got to find the right way. Because what I was doing was working, which is, psychology and all that fun stuff. But that was the moment where, I never had a teacher. That was the moment where I had a teacher or a coach basically tell me I was doing something wrong. It's no different than in sports, right? Sometimes you need a coach to be like, hey, you're running your route wrong. To have that aha moment where it's like, oh, I am. Okay, but here's how to do it better. You need that. You need someone looking for the outside because it's very hard to judge yourself. When you're on the field, you think you're doing everything right until someone tells you. And in trading, unfortunately, we don't have that around us. It's usually us and a computer. So there's no one to tell us that we're wrong. So we just keep doing the same wrong things over and over again. But it was someone stepping in and saying, hey, you're wrong. Here's how you be right, to open my eyes. I'm like, wow. And then there's lots of struggles after that, obviously, still for years. But I was on the path. Like I was put on the path to success. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to navigate that path, but I knew I was going to be successful. I was on the right track, which was big. It's massive when you know you are going to make it. Again, I didn't know how or when, but I knew I was going to make it. I had the map. Then it was just up to me, and obviously with the help of my trading buddies at the time, I had a great support system on the platform, and my coach, my mentor. It was up to me to kind of do the right things and work through it. And I didn't do all the right things for a while. But eventually I did. So I think that's a good way to end today's session. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we head out? Someone just said 3-bar reversal on euro dollar 1 hour. Euro yen, 1 hour.